afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Sundays Are for Trucking, episode number 50. Sparko, George, what is up, guys? And today we are going to be doing special transport loads. So yes, I will be teleporting around the map, and yes, we are going to have a whole lot of fun. And we are out in a W900 day cab today, and we do have some, of course, beacons on the truck. We've got the Code 3 mod for the beacons on top of the cab, and we also got the Big T beacons for the bumper. Right now we are sitting here in San Rafael, California. First load is going up to Eureka. So without any further waiting, we're going to climb in, get the N14 fired up, and get moving on down the road. And no, I did not adjust my seats or anything. We're just gonna go straight into it today. Alright, so let's get our butts moving. Although, actually, mind me here for just one moment. I do need to get that right mirror adjusted. And that's what I get for not doing things before the stream. Alright, we're set and ready. Oh yeah, local hauls in Oregon is absolutely amazing, especially if you've got the log trailer. The one load that actually kind of sticks out that's not the greatest is going to be the large tubes, but any of the lumber up in Oregon, yeah, running around with the log trailer is quite awesome. On this was actually putting fisheye mirrors on these, so before I get my next load I'm probably gonna grab those, because otherwise it's too much of a pain in the butt to see the wagon. Tomcat, what's up this Sunday? This ought to be fun going through a construction zone. I'm having a good Sunday, a little cold outside, but not too bad. Now, can you imagine taking one of the widest loads through here? I did have a chance of taking a big tech park going from San Rafael up to Eureka, but I'm not sure where that actually picked up at, so I just went ahead and grabbed from the farm, but I don't think that massive tech part would actually fit through there. And sadly I can't duck in there and get those fisheye mirrors that I want. Yeah, we'll act like a train and start blowing horns through intersections. Yeah, right. I have not done these loads in forever, and I figured, let's put my skills to the test again. What little skills that I do have. We are heading up to Eureka, but since I am doing all special transport loads today, we are going to be flipping around the map. About the only one that I really don't want to do today is Socorro the Tucson, and that's 400 miles at 40 miles an hour. It would take forever to get there. I did that load offline, and it roughly took about 2 hours to do that, which is basically entire stream time. Makes me wonder with special transport what loads they're actually going to add in Washington in addition. This is basically the stock SES W900. I am running one mod for the, I'm not even sure if I got them on there or not, for rookie sticks, and that would be SES extra truck parts. Yeah, I can't see them from inside, but we do have rookie sticks on the outside. And it would be kind of interesting to take a crane into, say, the Seattle shipyard. That would be great. Sparko, the mod is outdated and no longer going to be updated. It is still on the Steam Workshop, but once it starts breaking, it is not going to be fixed. Flashing beacons, no on the bumper. That is Big T's Flash Beacon mod, also available on the Steam Workshop. However, the SES extra truck parts in combination with the Big T's Flash Beacon, that is how you can get those beacons onto the bumper. I would love to see that Tomcat, actually. I mean, without cranes in a shipyard, you don't unload containers. Today's stream, guys, you are going to be choosing what loads we're going to be doing in special transport. So once we get this dropped, I will get my job market filter for special transport only, and you guys get to tell me where I'm going. So take a look if you need to at what all these special transport routes are, and I will go ahead and do those. The only exception, as I mentioned, will be Socorro to Tucson. The mod works, Sparko. It's not fully up to date, and it probably never will be anymore, since Pendragon, who is the mod creator, is no longer updating it. Yo, big dog, what's up today? Yeah, Socorro to Tucson is just way too long. It would literally take me 2 hours in real time in order to do that, since that trip's 400 miles. I was not at home yesterday, that is why there was no stream. Had to take a shopping trip. I needed to get some clothes for my upcoming trip to Las Vegas, and actually snagged actually everything I bought yesterday was a deal. Literally, take a wild guess here. My savings just on the clothes that I bought yesterday was $378. So that tells you what I found. Now, I could throw a mod in that removes the speed limit for the pilot vehicles to actually make that a little bit quicker, but I really don't want to do that. So instead of cruising along here at 40, we'd be doing 55. Oh, the biggest thing was I bought some shirts that were normally retails for 65 bucks. They were on clearance for $12.99, and then an additional 30% off. Right there alone, 4 shirts at 65 bucks, you're talking roughly $260 there if my addition is right. And then only getting those shirts for $10 each, or $9 really, that's where the majority of my savings came in at. Exactly. That's why I don't want to use it. all of a sudden you're cruising along at 65 and your front escort slams on his brakes down to 20, you're literally diving to the left or right to avoid smacking into him. I was debating on going with this sleeper, but I figured the longer the wheelbase is on the W900, the less it likes to turn. So, yeah, we went with a day cab today. Hey, Mike, what's up today? Long time no see. Francisco, how's it going? Alright guys, start looking at those special transport routes and tell me what the next load that we're doing. The easiest way, Mike, actually is if you're subscribed to mods on the workshop, go ahead and look at those and look at the last upload date. If it's anything, I'm going to say before, when we get trailer ownership, 1.32, I believe, what was that, August, September, anything before that of last year, you will want to deactivate. Those red tires is an outdated trailer mod, or it could also be an outdated wheel mod. Yeah, when trailer ownership came out, we also got retexturing of the base tires in the game, so that is why I specifically mentioned that date. That will be a start for you, Mike. If you need to, in your mod manager, switch the drop down to trailers, and you can then start going through your mods, either deactivating them one at a time to see if it disappears, and if it doesn't, you'll just keep doing, activate that mod again, and then take out another, and that would be the easiest way to find out what mod is being the pain in the butt. Absolutely, AI, get your butts moving. We're using a Cummins N14 today. Yeah, nothing like a come apart, and the N14, the turbo whistle on this sounds fantastic, along with the Jake brake. Oh, that sound there right after the Jake brake and starting to accelerate, that turbo whine, oh, that is just music to my ears. Back when I was driving, after I got out of tractor trailer school, I trained in a W900. It had a 3406 cat underneath the hood, and let me tell you, the turbo whine on that thing was so bad. If you rolled your windows down, and I've said this story many times before, but literally the first day I was in the truck with the windows down, I never did it again. I had a splitting headache from the turbo whistle. It was a W900. It was not the B and it wasn't an A either, so it might have been one of the first iterations of the L, actually. Oh, damn, I gotta go over there and park. Duh. Hello, Coda. I am just so used to stopping at entrances anymore. Alright, 1 second here, guys. Is there a repair shop here? No. Let me just quick travel over here to redding. I want to get some fisheye mirrors onto my truck, and then you guys can tell me where we're going to go. And that's one thing I did forget, but with this truck here, it's more so that with the regular mirrors on there without the fisheyes, you do have a little bit of trouble seeing the trailer going around a right-hand turn. That's the only reason I'm putting those on. Alright, we're set to go. Let's see what my next trip is going to be. Alright, there's the job list. Socorro to Tucson. Ignore those. So, if you guys have a route in mind, first one who mentions it is what we're going to be doing. Alright, I see Gallup there, and that's Gallup to Raton. Dehan, what's up? And since you had mentioned that, big dog, do we take the silo or the massive tech part? Alright, tech part it is. And you got your regular trailer back there now, Mike? No more red tires? Big dog, thank you so much for the hosting. I do appreciate that. Just give me 1 second here. I forgot to shut my beacons off, and when I teleported, it's like they were no longer on. And I like my switches on my button box to be one way for one way for another. But this ought to be fun in the middle of the night. Oh, this turn's going to be very interesting. We're going to do a swift swing wide. It's a freaking trailer. Yeah, more so it's not the weight on this one. It's the width is what's going to kill me. If I run into anything, that is. Don't worry about it, big dog. I don't mind driving at night. Right now I have the Real Company mod from Grimes in. That will come out as soon as Real Company Logo 3D is updated. Hey Miles, what's up today? For Raton, since there are special transports out of there, more than likely I'm not going to be teleporting to our next city. I think there's some out of there. I know there's Farmington to Raton. I can't remember if there's anything going out or not. Sure we didn't lose our back escort. Okay, he's back there. I do know on the one trip to Carson City, once you get onto 580, you basically need to watch behind you because your back escort literally stops, and if you keep driving, you're gonna fail the mission. Oh, I'm just like you, Miles. I want Washington as quick as possible, but I'm also going to be patient for it. Yeah, and I'm using the emergency beacon from GTM, and depending on what state it is, there are different flash patterns. In 135, I can actually see the 140 being completed, so that would give us from Medford over to Klamath Falls. We've got Klamath Falls, or is it from Medford to Lakeview? Nope, Klamath Falls to Lakeview, Lakeview down to Winnemucca. The only section that needs to be done left on that is Medford to Klamath Falls. Oh yeah, wheels are rolling and chicken lights are glowing. Not that I have a ton of chicken lights on this. That was a straight 10 in the FLD that I drove. know, the worst part about, well, I actually drove two different FLDs. One of them was a 9, the other was a 10. The 9-speed that I was in had a 350 cat and 4 10s in the rear. I've mentioned this before. That truck would not even pull its own weight up a hill. So literally, I was dogging 15-20 miles an hour up any grade that the truck saw. Hey, Train Ride, what's up? The only thing you missed so far was just one special transport load. We're on number 2, going from Gallup to Raton. I saw a mod the other day that works with the pre-pass. Instead of the beeping sounds that you would get, it's actually a voice telling you to pull into the way station. I haven't tried it, didn't download it. Did anyone try that mod? Heck, if I can actually talk today. Found it, not that I like going to the site, but it did find it on atsmods.net, or actually not that, it was modsats.net is where I found it, or modsats.com, whatever that one is. I think I'm going to wait for 135 to even do anything, because I want to see what SCS is going to be doing with navigation in that. I appreciate that, Darth Vader. And normally for the subs to come up on screen, if your subs are kept private, that will not show. So if that's why you're curious why your name didn't pop up, that would be why. thing we don't need to worry about today is detours. Since it's going to be all special transport, those are actually deactivated. Yeah, detours with special transport, that would not work out too well. Uh-oh, did I lose my rear escort? Nope, they just decided to be really stupid and go nice and slow. With 135, I doubt we will see a truck, but remember they are working on the Lone Star and the 2018 Cascadia. I can definitely see the Lone Star coming later this year. Definitely this, I'm going to say the second half, but all that does depend on International giving final approval to the truck too. And I'm hoping that I don't see how Volvo would grant a license for the Volvo that we have now. I'm just curious if they are doing a 2018 Volvo, but have kept it under wraps so far. Anything with 10 wheels, train ride. It don't matter if it's a Peter car, a Kenny, Volvo, Freightliner, any truck I will drive. I am not loyal to one single brand. Yep, and there we go. Because I was driving there, I didn't see them slam on their brakes, so we're loading the previous checkpoint. Oh, roger that, Mike. Yeah, let's try not to do that again. And there went $15,000, but I don't think I'm gonna need it. I've got $4 billion. That is correct, Sparko. 1 second, guys. It's my button box being a pain in the butt again. Yep, just like that, and that's probably why I nailed him the last time, is because he did something like that. That's where SCS extra truck parts come in at, Sparko. Oh my goodness, and he freaking did it again. Oh, I wish I don't have to go to work, but sadly life is not that easy. That was a reward from the Christmas event that happened with World of Trucks. You might be able to trade for it on stream, or even on Steam actually, and if you're bold enough you can probably buy it too. Come on, Smokey Bear, you don't think I could take that turn at 40? because he's being stupid, there was no reason to be slowing down. And all the escort vehicle does is serve as a warning vehicle, really, at least out on a highway like this. There's one thing that I will never do when doing special transport, and that is use the cruise control. One thing they should fix, I'm not sure if there's any loads in the game with the exception of the Socorro to Tucson load that crosses state lines. Normally when you have an escort vehicle and you cross state lines, that escort vehicle from that state actually needs to cease and then a new one take over. They're not allowed really out of their jurisdiction. Go, holy moly. You're the idiot who freaking stopped in front of me. I'm talking state police escorts. Normally, they're not supposed to go across state lines. Cats are in the game by default, George. That's the C-15. Now, your regular escort vehicles, like I have one behind me, those guys can easily cross state lines. However, a police escort cannot. Awesome to hear, Mike. And at least around me, every single escort vehicle is New York State certified. Apparently there's some kind of law up there, they need to have a certification. And basically the only mods that I'm running today are the SES extra truck parts, the Big T flash beacon, I have my sound mods, emergency vehicles mod, real company mod. Right now I'm not running any truck mods whatsoever. Yes, sir. We got 25 miles to our drop-off. If you guys know the special transport routes, once again, start looking at those and tell me where we're gonna go. Should we move up to Oregon? Should we go from Vegas up to Eli? Maybe Fresno down to Bakersfield? Oakland to Fresno? Hey Ted, how's it going today? Welcome to the live stream. Yeah, exactly, Mike. The only reason I run a reefer is just for the load variety, and I do hope they get the reefer lights fixed in 135. Currently, none of the refrigerated loads, we're talking here your butter and meat loads, the reefer is not on for those loads. It is for ice cream, frozen vegetables. It's not even on for yogurt. Well, the two loads in Oregon, we have the Dales down to Burns, and then from Portland to Newport. Check out the SES forums, Mike, and go into American Truck Simulator, mods, models, and then trailers. they've got some really good trailers in there that have been updated for ownership. Andre, how's it going today? Welcome to the live stream. Yes, I will be running the beta and will be live streaming with it. I'm just going to use my multiplayer profile for that. This ought to be interesting. Not at all, Ted, because my brother drives for Martin Transport, and when he comes home, all he wants to do is play this. And then I will sit and laugh at him because I've got I've got a Thrustmaster TX shifter with the Tech Affliction Mega Shifter on it, and he tries to shift without using the gears, and I just laugh at him because all he does is grind. And did I miss that? Yeah, like royally. Yeah, there's gonna be no correcting this. Or if I'm lucky, this will do it right here, as long as that Jeep doesn't start twisting on me. That's the best part about it, Ted. Oh yes, I am not. We are doing special transports today in single player. Alright, and we do have a request to go up to Oregon, so we've got either Portland or Pendleton. Where do you want to go, George? There's the two there in Portland. And then we've got Pendleton. And let's not do another massive tech part since we just got done with that load. So we're either looking at the service boat or the huge construction. Alright, which load, George? The service boat or the construction? Alright, service boat it is. what do you know? I did not teleport myself. Coda, you are stupid. And it's not going to be like real life, but there are physics in the truck, yes. Steam Workshop, Sparko. Alright, so what I'm going to do here, Ted, I'm going to go ahead and switch to this view here, and just like the real world, the truck is actually going to bounce a little bit in the lower gears. Junior, I have the dev console enabled. That is what's enabling me to teleport. I'm not sure how well that you were able to see that, but yeah, we do have physics. As you notice, with all three states that I've been in so far, we started in California, New Mexico, and now we're up here in Portland. With the GTM Emergency Vehicles mod, every single flash pattern has been different. This is the W900. W900. You could call this, say, the big brother to the T909. Now, there are Australian mods for American Truck Simulator, such as the T610. There's a K108, which is a paid mod. The T909 is also a paid mod. But the last two were from a creator called RTA. of the trucks, George, it would actually be a little brother too. And Kenworth Australia is quite a bit different than Kenworth that we have here in the USA. Even though they're both owned by PACCAR, chances are they are operating as separate entities. Yes, it is, Parko, and all that closed means is that the mod is not going to be updated once it breaks. It doesn't even need to be at the top of your list. Europe is technically quite a bit stricter than the USA when it comes to emissions. You stupid AI, really? Yeah, keep an eye behind me here. Okay, that's my escort. what the big deal with Scania is. Yeah, they're probably the most popular truck in Europe, but when I play ETS2, I'm running around normally not in a Scania. I'm a former driver myself from here in the States. The trucks that I've driven, a 379 Kenworth W900, which is the truck that I'm in, Freightliner FLD 120s. I've actually driven a Volvo 660 also. So, and I've pretty much driven everything out there. When I came off of over the road, I started driving a older Mac R dump truck. Depending on the model of KW, of course. Now, if you're going to go to like a 610, I don't see that as being an owner's truck. The T909, definitely. a preference to whether if I run a newer truck, say a 680 or a 579, or even the VNL, the 760s or 860s, compared to an older truck, more of a classic style, if you would. The classics look better by far, but literally, it don't matter. If it's got 10 wheels, I'm going to drive it. Looks better than the T880, I'll tell you that. Yeah, the Tesla is not a good-looking truck. I do recommend, George, definitely take your road test in a manual. That way you're not going to have a restriction on your license. Oh, this turn ought to be fun. That's one thing that's kind of missing in the game, would be a non-synchronous transmission. I don't believe they can actually code for it to where it'd be like a real world, so yeah. Probably not, George, just because of the way technology has advanced in the field. Alright, got time for one more run here, so let's see. I didn't mean to go back to driving. Should we go for the heaviest load in the game? 178,000 pounds. It's a truck chassis. Here we got it. Santa Cruz to Santa Maria, 187,000 pounds. We've got two of them, Phoenix to Sierra Vista. We have not been in Arizona, so let's go ahead and do Phoenix to Sierra Vista. And that's going to be a fun one. Oh, great. We're going to be in the middle of the night doing this, too. Yeah, so much fun. The heaviest load in the game in the middle of the night. Yep, this is going to be quite fun. I'm ready for the challenge, though. Oh, it's going to be fun getting up on Interstate 10. I'm going to tell you that right now. bridge formula here in the States, you're only allowed so much weight on a set of axles. So if you get a really heavy load, you're pretty much going to need a ton of axles. Have a nice little grade to go up to get onto 10 here. If I miss a downshift, I am done. When I was pulling skateboards, George, my trailer did have a lift axle on it, but my skateboard was a spread axle. If I did not lift the axle, literally I would be shredding rubber off the tire. And basically when you were backing up or making turns, you best had lift that axle. And tires are not cheap either. Yes, you can save a little bit of money by running retreads, but your steers, you will never run retreads on those. Your drives and trailers, you are able to get away with it, but then going down the interstate or whatnot, you see all those gators sitting on the side of the road with caps. That's basically what happens, is a retread went ahead and blew out on a driver. I mean, you save money, but you also risk of having that tire repair job of not being up to par and then shredding the cap. long as the Escort doesn't slam on its brakes in front of me, we will be good. With a 187,000 pound wagon on, we're not going to be stopping on a dime. Yeah, my rear Escort is blocked in. We're gonna have to cheat here. That I am not sure about, as I've never pulled heavy haul or oversized in real life. In our mobile homes here, or what you would call mobile trailers, mobile homes, those require an escort but no police escort. And for what would require a police escort, I am not sure. Thank you, Big Dog, for answering that. Should be able to see his messages, George. I do have the bot turned on for communication between Mixer and YouTube. It might be listed underneath my name as being 10 feet. Well, give me a moment and let me get that fixed. 1 second here, guys. Yeah, I've got the relayed mode on. I wonder why it's not working. It's just my chat program being stupid again. Since I'm streaming to multiple places, Mixer and YouTube, that chat should be showing between the both, but apparently Restream is being a royal pain in the butt today. So you need 10 feet in for a rear escort for width. Anything over 12 will be front and rear escort. Also added it also depends on company protocol besides federal law also. Oh darn, we're going to Coastline Mining in Sierra Vista, and this is going to be a pain in the butt to get this wagon in here if I think I know where they want me to park it. seriously? Hey, Martin, how are you doing today? The funny part with special transport is that you actually get a border patrol vehicle doing an escort. Talk about a little unrealistic. This is one of the newer coastline minings. We'll be good on this one. I thought this is one of the older models to where we actually had to pull in order to park the damn thing. I do want to thank you guys for watching today. If you did enjoy the live stream, make sure you leave a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, hit that red subscribe button. Want a notification every time I go live? Enable those by clicking on the gray bell. Have a great rest of your Sunday evenings. As always, keep that shiny side up, and we'll catch you on the flip-flop.